Ladies and gentlemen, the other day while I was making my 1 to 100 video, I was trying to eliminate a team and then I saw Darth Vader in a spot that he was not supposed to be at, which got me thinking, what happens if I make Darth Vader fight against Olympian bosses? I also just realized that the last time I made a video like this is well over 4 years ago. In that one I tried to get Shadow Meowscles to meet Ghost Midas. But yeah, back to the video. I also made Darth Vader fight against the Foundation in one of the previous seasons, but in this one we're going to try to make him fight stronger opponents. So the first step is to lure Darth Vader away from his spaceship, which is a lot easier said than done, because this man has the potential to do a very large force jump, but instead, for the most time, he's just going to stand there with his lightsaber and look at you as you're trying to back away to the location you need him to go. Not gonna lie, during my first attempt I really struggled with this, because every time he did eventually jump, he either ended up hitting me, or he threw his lightsaber, which ended up doing a lot of damage. And then finally, as I got him to Grimgate after a lot of difficulty, I found a Banana of the Gods and I was like, okay, I got some healing, I'm gonna spawn Cerberus in and then watch him go absolutely ham against Darth Vader. And then I saw this man throw his lightsaber as he was still in the water, and suddenly I just got obliterated. Not really sure how that happened, because every time he's stuck and he throws his lightsaber, it just goes immediately back to his inventory. But as I went into replay mode, I finally saw what happened, and he apparently did some kind of an airbending throw, which made his lightsaber travel an entire circle, and then on its way back it ended up slashing me. Like, I find this completely fair. It's not like I spent the last 15 minutes trying to get him somewhere. In the next match, I found out that he can apparently just throw an entire whiplash anywhere that he wants to using the Force, which is mildly impressive. That seems like a pretty good superpower to have. Anyway, a little while later we arrived at the underworld, and apparently the stronger that they make him, the less brain cells that they give him, because whenever you go on top of a hill and he cannot see you anymore, he'll lose all of his interest and try to go back to his spaceship, and if he jumps too far, he's not going to be able to get back up again unless he can destroy the floor above you. Because he decided to waste so much time, he kind of entered the battle with a disadvantage, because he took a bit of storm damage already. I threw down the statue and I watched the minions spawn, and at first I was like, hey, you're gonna fight the minions first and then you get to fight Hades, because that's how I have to do it, so it only makes sense that you have to do it too. I was kind of surprised to see that this did not go very well. Uses his lightsaber a lot to try and block the shots, but since there are 4 to 5 minions that spawn in, he's not able to block all of them, so eventually he gets a knockback and then they just start lasering the absolute crap out of him. And eventually when Hades powered up one of the minions, it was the end of Darth Vader. I do have to say that he had the zone against him, so taking that additional storm damage wasn't very beneficial for the fight. But yeah, him versus a lot of minions is not a success. I got him back to the underworld while we were still in the zone, and then I figured, hey, I'm gonna take care of the minions. But unfortunately, the minions took care of me. It's okay, because I think he knows how much I like bringing him from his spaceship to Grimgate or the underworld. Especially since he's just so cooperative. Enough complaining about that. Once I got him to Grimgate, I decided, hey, I'm not gonna make you fight the wolves by yourself. Even though I think he had a way better chance against the wolves than he did against the minions, I wanted him to be as close to max HP as possible before he started fighting Cerberus. So please enjoy this boss battle, let me know who you think is going to win, and I'll be back when it's over. I was really rooting for Vader, and he didn't even have that much disadvantage to start with. So I feel like it was a pretty fair fight. The zone eventually came in because they took way too long, but I think that if I were to do this again, then the odds of Vader winning are pretty much 50-50. During the next match, he was acting like a little dum-dum again, so it took us too long to get to the underworld. And once I spawned Hades and his minions, the zone was already there, causing him to take more damage than I wanted him to. I tried to help with the minions, and eventually he picked up on Hades being there, but the zone already took off too much of his health. But I did notice that he was doing very well, even though he had a severe disadvantage. So even though he lost this battle, I figured, you know what, I'm gonna do this again until you get a fair chance at fighting Hades. And then after a couple of matches, I finally got him to the underworld with the zone still being there. I helped him deal with the minions, even though he tried attacking me because he was confused, and he started the fight against Hades with a pretty even chance. So let me know who you think is gonna win this. Enjoy this boss battle, and I'll be back again when it's over. This was pretty satisfying to see. Hades is not one of the weaker bosses, but apparently against Vader there's not really a lot that he can do except use lifesteal. But if Vader is close enough to him, he can just hit him 3 or 4 times with his lightsaber and pretty much even out the damage. So yeah, even though it was 50-50 with Cerberus, I think that with Hades, Darth Vader is always going to win unless he also needs to fight the minions. I really wanted to get him to Mount Olympus and Brawler's Battleground as well, but the zone wasn't really working with me, and getting him all the way there seemed to be impossible to do alone. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you at the next one.